Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Rechakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. All right. And Shalom to the hopeful elect. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Barakatham. It's the brother Kazar Ariyah from the Beneval West Coast coming back at it again with another lesson, and basically landbacking off the lesson that the brother did, titled FBI and Satan Pull Up to Camp, dealing with how, on Sunday, we were pushing camp with the brothers Kabarim of the Most High, powerful brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? But, we were pushing camp, and you got this vehicle right here. It's all blacked out, got the little thing in the front, very much like the cop cars do. It got the little side mirrors and the sides, very much like the cop cars do, that you can move around in them, I think. You know what I'm saying? It pulls up and it parks at a specific position, near us, to where it could, basically spy us out, with the with the little agent activity, man. Which that's type of, stuff doesn't even shake us up not one bit, man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't shake us up not one bit, because we understand that this is prophecy taking place. All right, and it's nothing new under the sun. All right, we were persecuted in the time of Nero, in the time of, the apostles. All right, we're gonna get persecuted again. Okay, it's gonna be a bumpy road up ahead. All right, but like Paul said, through much tribulation, we inherit the kingdom of heaven. All right, but anyways, with this agent, brought forth, spiritual demon Satan, man, in the form of the wind, knocked over the cameras and all that, and it goes to show you how real this spiritual warfare is, because when this vehicle left, all right, when this vehicle, when this agent, pulled out, and left, all right, the wind stopped blowing, everything became calm. Okay, so that goes to show you this spiritual war is very real. Okay, this spiritual war is very real. All right, and from my point of view, I was reading for the brothers. You know what I'm saying? While they were, speaking, I was the one reading. I was standing closest to the road, and I was able to look inside of the vehicle, and actually look at the agent that was in the vehicle, and that was an agent, man. All right, dude looked like one of them Edomites, straight out the CIA, first year in the field looking Edomites, man. All right, inside the vehicle, and inside the vehicle there was a little computer. All right, there was a little computer in the middle of the car. All right, securities don't have that, and like the brother was saying, man, this was no security. All right, and that's to all you doubters out there, man. Yo, that was no security, man. I was able to look inside that car. Dude had on like a dark gray, dude had on dark clothes, man. But it had no security uniform, no security emblems, none of that. He was wearing the FBI attire, okay? That undercover attire. All right? Looking like, like I said, looking like one of those, first year in the field Edomites, man. First year in the field rookies. All right? But these things is like the scripture says, man, nothing new under the sun. They persecuted us in the time of old. They will persecute us again, and it's no coincidence, man. All right, you got brothers in the East Coast. All right, feds knocking on their doors. You know what I'm saying? Feds coming to their houses. And now we got this. The feds basically trying to do that little psychological warfare. Trying to get us shook. Basically trying to let us know that they're watching. But guess what? The angels of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai are watching you. And real soon, the men of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will become as the angels. All right. So we're gonna go to the scriptures. All right. First things first. Once again, got to go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and 9, to lay down the foundation. All right. And these are things that is biblical prophecy. Okay. Brothers out there, man, you start to notice, all this weird agent activity, all that surveillance, and, Esau coming around. All right. You are not to get shook, man. All right. Because this is part of spiritual prophecy. It's a bumpy road. Okay. Like Paul said, through much tribulation, we inherit the kingdom of heaven. All right, like the brother was saying in the lesson, Revelations 12 and 12. Devil's getting to come down on us with great wrath. Why? Because he knows that he has but a short time. This devil sees in the atmosphere. He got his technology. He looks into those telescopes. You know, he sees the chariots. All right, he sees these prophets. He sees the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua waking up, man. All right, and he's getting scared. All right, and since he can't, debunk us, he can't, beguile us, he can't bribe us. What's he gonna do? He's gonna have to rely on his sword. Okay, he's gonna have to rely on his sword. All right, which is his blessing. But guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna break that down. All right, so without further ado, let me get into the scripture. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Okay? There's nothing new under the sun. All right? We're those men coming back in a reincarnation. All right? We're those men in the past, in our past lives, coming back in a reincarnation. All right? And what time am I speaking of? For example, you had brothers talk about the prophets of old, those times as well, right? But let's look at this time, for example, dealing with the persecution. You had an event called the Great Fire of Rome. All right, so the Great Fire of Rome was an urban fire that occurred July 64th AD. Okay, and the fire began in the merchant shops around Rome's Chariot Stadium. And these Romans, man, very much like the Americans, you know what I'm saying? They, bred in games, man. Or should I say these Americans very much like the Romans, all right, bred in games. Okay. You should have seen, when Lakers won, all the folly and basically all these Jakes, starting mayhem just because their favorite team won, in a game, a sport, it's just it's just vexing to see. But anyways, all right, Circus Maximus on the night of July, after 6 days, the fire was brought under control. But before damage could be assessed, the fire reignited and burned for another 3 days. In the aftermath of the fire, 2/3 of Rome had been destroyed. It's just spiritual, because 2/3 of Israel is going to be destroyed too, man. All right. You're going to have to go on this side, man. 2/3 got to go. All right. All these prophecies, you still not waking up, man, because it wasn't given to you. All right. But anyways, according to Tacitus, all right, let me see if I can read this closer, bring this bigger. All right. So according to Tacitus, which that's a person that was around at that time, wrote his books. All right. So it reads, according to Tacitus and later Christian tradition, Emperor Nero, all right, and it's, a lot of brothers, believe, Emperor Nero to be Donald Trump in the reincarnation, man. All right, and it's spiritual because of the way this devil moves, man. Okay, the way Donald Trump moves, man, I wouldn't be surprised if he really is Emperor Nero in the reincarnation. All right, but it reads, Emperor Nero blamed the devastation on the Christian community in the city. All right, now back then it was no such thing as, the Christian church per se. With all the, deception going on, those Christians that this page is referring, this article is referring to, is talking about us, the Hebrew Israelites. All right, waking up our people in Rome, waking up our people in different parts of that area, man, in different parts of Europe, pushing forth the ministry, man. All right, so it reads, it blamed the devastation on the Christian community, initiating the empire's first persecution against the Christians. All right, and that's basically what happened, man. And you see the second part of the paragraph, however, some modern historians, so the modern historians, these new little Edomites, including the Princeton classicist Brent Shaw, have cast doubts on the traditional view that Nero blamed the Christians for the fire. So that's them trying to, erase it, trying to, cover up their history, which is neither here nor there. But, just to bring up the point, man. All right, these devils, man, they're getting scared, man. All right, because we are waking up to who we really are. All right, and they're gonna resort to their to their foul tactics, which is to start, false flags. Start the little false flags. They got the technology. They could just fabricate, a new face, you know what I'm saying, using that Photoshop or whatever, make up a completely imaginary person, all right, and then have that, basically bring out a news, that something very bad happened, something unspeakable happened, and then bring out that person and time with the Hebrew Israelites, and that's what's been going on, with a few certain events that have been, recently going on. That's what's been happening. You know what I'm saying? That's what's been happening. All right, that's why, Feds is going, going to, houses of the brothers on the East Coast, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they getting ready to make their move. All right, but guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's making his move, man. You don't just act on your own, and you're just playing out what you're playing out. All right? Us here on the right-hand side, man, we're protected. We ain't scared of you devils. All right, so we're going to go, first and foremost, we could hit the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 7, man. All right? Because, you agents think, you gonna put some type of, you gonna instill some type of fear in us, by bringing your cars in and, doing your little agent activity, right? Well, guess what? The book of Psalms chapter 34, verse 7. The angel of Yahweh Shem Yahushai encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. All right, so the angels is watching you. All right, and the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai are 1,000 times brighter than the sun. Okay, he's watching you. All right, you think you slick because you watching us, but it's really Yahweh Shem Yahushai that's watching you. All right, look at the time, 1:44. Okay, going into the next scripture. All right, because real soon, these devils is gonna, they won't be able to hold it in no more. All right, they're gonna come down on us with great wrath. All right, so we're gonna go to the book of Isaiah chapter 59 and 19. All right, dealing with that flood. All right, I'm gonna read the verse first, and I'm gonna go into the Hebrew. All right, so it reads, "So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against them." Okay, so the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai will lift up a standard against them. All right, and that flood represents Esau. All right, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, that represents Esau. All right, that represents these agents. It really starts off with the agents. All right, but you're going to have the various, enforcers that come along, the SWAT teams, the FEMA troops, you name them, man. Just straight up death squads, because that brothers have brought out, hey, us pushing this word, man. Yo, man, we on that KOS list, man. We on that TOS list, that terminate on site list. So when this thing pops off, all right, they're going to come in with a death squad. They're going to have teams, and this is very laughable, but they're going to have teams, they got teams set up, to take us out. All right, because of what we know, because these devils understand, because these devils know who we are, and it scares them. And us finding out to who we are, it scares them. All right, and what really, really scares them is the fact that it's not just any Israelite that's waking up, it's the elect. All right, it's the ruling class of Israel to come that's waking up. All right, and these devils read these scriptures. That's why they get scared. Okay, so it reads, "When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against them." All right, because it ain't gonna be like how it happened last time. Romans, were persecuting us. All right, we in Babylon, man. We in the daughter of Babylon, where Judah and Ephraim and Israel were oppressed together. Israel, it's really talking about the northern tribes. All right, but man, the elect is being sealed, man. You got the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom coming into this truth, man. Esau is scared. All right, so we're going to go into the word. Salaki, let me bring it up again. All right, we're gonna go into the word standard, which is what Yahweh Shem Yahushai is gonna lift up against this devil, man. All right. So you got the first definition. All right. It says to flee, to escape, right? Which is true. Lord is gonna deliver us. The Lord has a plethora of ways to deliver us, man. When that time comes. Okay, so it reads to flee, to escape, to take flight, depart, disappear. And I brought this out in the past. The Lord has many ways to deliver us. And then you got the fourth one, which also is going into the balance. All right, to fly to the attack on horseback. All right, now this doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be flying on horseback. We're gonna be galloping horses, man. All right, because horses represent speed. Horses represent power. All right, so it says to fly to the attack. All right, that's talking about spiritual power, man. Okay, spiritual power. All right, and that's something that these little agents tuning in, they may be laughing, man. All right, they might be laughing, but no, it's prophecy, and everything that's been written in this book has been coming to pass. All right, so these agents could laugh. I don't care. It's for the sheep. All right. It's for the sheep. All right. And we're going to go into the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31. Because the elect is going to have the ability to fly, man. All right. Now, Baratazah, we are of that number. And it reads, but they that wait upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shall renew their strength. And they shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. And they shall walk and not faint. Okay. Prophecy, man. These are the scriptures that got Esau building up their little, let me see if I can bring it out. These are the scriptures that got
Warriors
this devil.
Of the
That's the spirit too. Warriors of the East.
Dragon shield guards impervious to attack.
All right, but it was the spirit though. It's confusion. A little weird, little app thing. Warriors of the East, man. But anyways, these scriptures are the reason why. You're gonna have this. We're gonna hit this list. We're not gonna go into it too in depth. But we're gonna, this is the reason why these heathens, starting with this devil, this so-called white man, Edomites, according to the Bible. All right, these scriptures are the reason why they're building up, all those power armors.
Not harm the Garistic. We have put together 10 most spectacular and really powerful battle suits in the world.
All right, so basically, let me see if I could bring it out right around.
Powerful armor for soldiers are their rush.
There we go. All right, so on the left side you see the American what they're building up. The right side you see the Russians what they're building up. You know what I'm saying? And these scriptures are the reason why they're doing this, man. All right. That's the reason why they're doing this, because they know that the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai are gonna get spiritual power. Okay, and they think they're ready to combat the spiritual power. That's the funniest part. That's the funniest part. They think that they're ready to combat the spiritual power. They think that they're ready to fight Yahweh Shai when he comes back on the fathership with the thousands of heavens, man. And the crazy thing is, this video is titled 10 Most Powerful Military Uniforms in the World, right? And guess what? I was watching this video the other day. I watched it completely, and guess what? Each and every single one of these military suits that this dude was bringing out and talking about, basically these suits are set to come out in 2020. These suits are set to come out in 2020. So these devils, man, they think they're ready, man. They think they're ready. It's cool, though. All right, Yahweh Shem Shai got your number. All right, the book of Zechariah, chapter. Well, first of all, I'm gonna get the book of Psalms. Or matter of fact, I'm gonna go with the word disappoint him. All right, there's another scripture, but just for time's sake, I'm gonna go with this one. All right, because there's another scripture that, if I'm not mistaken, it more specifically says, disappoint his devices. All right, because this devil has a lot of devices and plan to try to, basically take us down. He tried the academic, you know, scholarly way, by setting up these different people like Vocab Malone to come and try to debunk us. But you can't debunk the truth. All right, you can't debunk the truth. Okay, he tried to do so many things. Like, for example, he tried to put so much wickedness into the world, but all that did is make the elect fall out the world even more. All right, all that did, because simply put, man, us being the hopeful elect, we're not compatible with this wicked world. Okay, so let's go into the scripture. The book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Disappoint him. Cast him down. All right, because this devil thinks, his pride has deceived him. This devil really thinks that he's going to be able to stand against the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. He really thinks he's going to be able to stand against the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay? And that's the power that he put in Yahushua to come back with the thousands of heavens. All right, coming back as a supernatural force. The power that he's going to put on his elect, the house of David, which I'm getting ready to get into now. This devil really thinks he has a chance. But he is greatly, greatly mistaken. All right, arise, O Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, and you Edomites, and all you are is the sword of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And in reality, you really a throwaway. All right, the Lord sees you as a throwaway because he only used you to jack us up. All right, he only used you to jack us up, put us in slavery, because we went off. All right, we went off as a nation. But once all is fulfilled, once our captivity is fulfilled, all right, guess what? You're going into slavery, and then you're going to be destroyed. And that's how it's going to go down. That's biblical prophecy. All right? And in order to do that, guess what? He's going to send his son Yahushua back with the thousands of heavens. He's going to run through all your militaries, all your personnel, all your different military branches that you have set up. You think you're gonna beat them with that little space force, that little air force? No, you're gonna be destroyed. And that goes to you different Edomite countries as well. You different heathen countries too. You're all going to be destroyed, man. All right, you will all be taken down. Okay. So, what's the scripture I was gonna go into? Book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and 8. I don't think it's this one. No, it's not this one. Book of Zechariah, chapter 12, verse 8. All right, and it reads, in that day shall Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. All right, and that day is coming very soon. Okay, because this devil's getting ready to come down on us with great wrath, man. You have feds pulling, going to brothers' houses on the East Coast, feds pulling up to camp. You know what I'm saying? That day is coming soon. All right, so book of Zechariah, chapter 12 and 8. In that day shall Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. All right, and that's what's going to happen. All right, when this devil comes down, it's going to be a defense that gets raised up. And that defense is the men of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, the elect, the house of David, the Bayat Dawadah. All right, and it reads, and he that is feeble among them, at that day shall be as David. All right, so he that is feeble among them, at that day shall be as David. And the house of David shall be as powers, as the angel of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai before them. All right, so that's why I said in the beginning. That's why I said in the beginning, you're being watched too, Esau. All right, you little agents, the little agent activity, playing spy kids around the camp, right? Guess what? You're being spied out too. All right, by the angels of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai that's encamped all around us. Okay, that's encamped all around us, and real soon, the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua are going to be angels themselves, man. Are going to be as the angels themselves. All right, Salakia. All right, so really, all this, you're just playing your role. All you're doing is just playing out your role. All right, so with that, I'm gonna end it off with the book of Psalms chapter 1. It's chapter Psalms, the book of Psalms chapter 2 verse 1. All right, so it reads, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?" All right, because what you're doing, all right, starting with you Edomites, is you're imagining a vain thing. Okay, and it's crazy too, because if you go into that video, or you go into this video, 10 most powerful military uniforms in the world, China got their own little uniform set up as well, man. China got their own little uniform set up as well, which a lot of these uniforms, are going to be used in the Battle of Armageddon, but also, you know what I'm saying, the real reason why they're made is to fight, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? So anyways, it reads, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?" All right, because surely this thing that you heathens are thinking that you could beat Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, it is a vain thing. All right. Verse 2, "The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together," which goes into Psalms 83. All right. These different heathens conspiring against us, being confederate against us. All right. And it reads, "Against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and against his anointed." If you go to the word anointed, it goes into the word basically chosen, man. The elect, starting with Yahushai. All right, and it reads, "Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us." All right, verse 4, "He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall have them in derision." Okay, and that's how it is, man. All right, "He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall have them in derision." All right, and that's what's going to happen, man. The Lord is laughing at you, Edomites, man. The Lord is laughing at you, different heathens, trying to raise up against them, man. You are going to be had in derision. All right, you're going to be destroyed. All right, so with that, I'm going to say, "Call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rechakodash." All right, forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. With that, I'm going to say, Shalom.